Hi, it's Molly from the Inside Voice, and we're going to talk about how and why you should move your larynx. Your larynx is the voice box, where your vocal folds are housed, and the source of the voiced sounds we make before they're amplified through our resonance chambers, like our mouths. To find your larynx, just look for the large bump in the middle of your neck, where your Adam's apple is, or would be if you had one. Swallow to feel it get higher in your neck. Yawn to feel it get lower in your neck. So how does this relate to singing? The position of your larynx in your neck influences both the tone and the pitches we're able to hit. As we go higher in our range, our larynx gets higher. You certainly have some control over how high your larynx goes as your pitch ascends. And for classical singing, you do often want to keep it relatively low. But if you lock your larynx down too much, your high range will cap out. As we go lower in our range, our larynx gets lower. Again, you can keep your larynx higher to some degree, but to get those lowest notes, your larynx needs to relax downward. But pitch alone isn't why movement in the larynx is so important. Laryngeal height also greatly influences tone. When your larynx is high, your vocal tract is shortened and is creating brighter sounds. Think of the thin tone the little violin makes compared to the bassy warmth of a large cello. Speaking of bassy tones, when your larynx is low, your vocal tract is lengthened and is creating darker sounds. Why do I care about any of this, you may be wondering? Well, the tone you sing with hugely influences style. Do you want a character sound? As in Wicked or Legally Blonde? What about a nice belt? And I dug my key into the side. For both of those, you'll want a high larynx. What about that warmth reminiscent of Fiona Apple? I was staring at the sky, just looking for a star. Well, that would be a fairly low larynx. What about an operatic, oh, Black Swan? Also a relatively low larynx, even though as a soprano, even my operatic larynx isn't that low. Now let's talk about stuff like Disney princess music. I've been staring at the edge of the water. Maybe it's a teensy bit high sometimes when they're sounding particularly young, but it's pretty close to neutral. For the complete larynx video, head over to theinsidevoice.org. See you soon!